Welcome back to another episode of the Southern Beer Review. I'm John.
And I'm William. And we are coming to you right now from High Wire Brewing in Birmingham. It is a Asheville, North Carolina brewery originally. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, there are 3 High Wire Brewery locations in Asheville, North Carolina now. And they have expanded, guys, into just about every southern state there is. And so they are obviously becoming a regional brewery. We are here today to judge a lager that you can see right here called Old North Lager. It's 5% ABV. And so we're going to give this a try and talk to you a little bit about the Old North Lager from High Wire Brewing.
Smells exactly like a lager should smell. Let's see if the taste follows.
Yeah, that's pretty smooth. One thing about High Wire, real quick, while we're tasting it, is they have a wide variety of styles of beer. They have several lagers, several IPAs. They have several stouts, and everything we've had has been really good. This, to me, is, and I apologize for the air traffic. We came outside, so it wouldn't be quite as loud. This is a lager that's kind of right down the middle for me, like what a lager should taste like.
Exactly, yeah. And honestly, my first thought after taking 2 sips of this is I want to chug the rest. It's so drinkable. It's so every sip makes you want to take another.
It's crisp. It's light. It's smooth.
Yes.
It's you could drink it on any occasion. Oddly enough, as we stand outside right now, we're waiting for the polar Arctic blast to come down tonight. So lagers aren't typically associated with the winter months, but nevertheless,
this is a good one. You can enjoy anytime.
I think this will go well with any meal, any season. It's again, as I said a minute ago, at 5% ABV, it comes in at what traditional lagers come in as far as ABV is concerned.
Yeah, and I think we've made it clear before we're not beer experts or anything, but I'm just going to say with this beer here, I give it a really high recommendation because every sip makes me want to take another.
Yeah.
And I think that's the highest recommendation you can give a beer, is just want to come back to it again and again. It's just very, very drinkable. I could see this being excellent on a hot summer day. But it's cold out here today. I'm actually shaking a little bit. It's so cold, but I'm still really enjoying this beer.
And while John's sampling it, I'll say this too about lagers. We in the last 10 years or so, there's been a huge IPA craze in the craft beer industry, and I'm not adverse to IPAs at all. I mean, I like IPAs.
Sorry, little camera faux pas there.
Sorry, the foam fell off the empty beer glass we took. But as I've gotten older, I've become more in tune with lighter beers like lagers, Kolsch's, Pilsners kind of thing.
Too.
Not that I dislike IPAs. So when I find a lager that's really good, it makes me even more enthusiastic about the craft beer scene because like I said, as we've gotten older, lagers seem to be the kind of beers we've gravitated to more.
Yeah, and my favorite lager, I might have mentioned this before on episode 1, if you're following along and you've watched all our episodes, that one person who has. Episode 1, I talked about one of my favorite beers is Pilsner Urquell. This gives it a run for the money, I think. There's something about it. There's a crispness to it, as well as a drinkability that, and a floralness almost, that makes me want to just go back again and again.
And that's high praise. Pilsner Urquell is the classic lager from I guess originally Czechoslovakia, now the Czech Republic. So to compare any lager to Pilsner Urquell is pretty high praise.
Yeah.
So again, this is High Wire Brewing in Birmingham. They have satellites all over the South. The idea was conceived in Asheville, North Carolina, which is a craft beer mecca. So what we'll do now is, like we usually do, is we'll go ahead and rate it, and we'll kind of wrap it up with our rating scale. I guess I'll go first, if you don't mind. Again, I try not to get carried away with the numbering system because I don't, as big a craft beer fans as we are, that'll give you some indication of how much John liked it.
My rating.
Again, I still like to reserve 10s for. I'm gonna go 9. I mean, it's a great lager. I could probably easily give it a 10. I'm still reserving a 10 for something that just knocks me off my feet. Clearly, John approved of it.
I really like this one.
I'm going to go 9. John, what would you say?
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 9 too. It's a solid 9. It's one of the best beers, if not the best beer that since we've started this video that I've had. So yeah, 9 for sure. Great beer.
All right, so the High Wire Brewing Company Old North Lager comes in at a 9. So if you come down, or if you're in, the southeast, and you go to High Wire, we would definitely suggest you giving the Old North Lager a shot.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, the temperature is dropping by the minute, so we're going to wrap this up. This will probably be our last one before Christmas. Y'all have a good holiday.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
We'll see you in 2023.
All right.